Hello and welcome. My name is Brooke. This is Pepper.
And I'm Coco.
Thank you so much for joining us today in the living room at Le Bureau. This class today is inspired by Pepper's favorite book. It's actually called My First Book of Pilates. She has her little library of books over in her playmat and she's always going to it and wants to read this book. And she gets Coco, or her older sister Ginger, or myself, and we read this book. So we thought it'd be fun today if we read it to you at home, and then Coco will be reading the book, and then I will go through the exercises with you one by one and have a hopefully pretty good time. Okay, so Coco, here you go. I can hold it for you if you like. So, my first book of Pilates.
Imagine that you're a boat floating on the water. Lie down on your back and move your arms up and down like oars in the water.
That is called the 100.
The second pose is imagine that your leg is a pencil. Lie down on your back and draw a circle with your left leg, and then again with your right leg.
These are called leg circles.
The third pose is imagine that you are a hedgehog. Lie down on your back and bring your knees to your chest to make yourself into a ball. Stay in this position for a few moments.
This is called rolling like a ball. And a quick note about this, when we do it later on the mat, if you fell down and hurt your tailbone for whatever reason, you do not have to rock up and down. And in that case, we'd advise not rocking up and down on your tailbone. And you can let Pepper freely move. Okay. Next.
Fourth pose is that imagine your hands can saw through wood. Sit down, open your legs out to the sides. Move your left hand over your right leg, and then move your right hand over your left leg.
And this is called the saw in Pilates.
The fifth pose is that imagine you are a swan swimming on a lake. Lie down on your stomach and lean on your elbows. Look to the right, to the left, and finally to the floor.
Well, this is actually called neck roll in Pilates, but we may sneak in a swan as well. Okay?
The sixth pose is imagine that you're a turtle hiding in its shell. Sit in your legs, round on your back, and place your forehead on the floor. Hold still for a moment without making any noise.
This is essentially a transitionary pose. A lot of people call it child's pose. It's not particularly a Pilates posture, but it's a nice posture to do in between more intense postures, especially extensions of the spine that put you in more of a back bend type framework, and just releasing the spine so it makes the back go back to neutral. So it's very appropriate after swan.
The seventh pose is that imagine you're a frog swimming on its back. Lie down on your back and push your feet upward, keeping your heels together.
Okay. And that's called frog.
I'm finding one now. The eighth pose is that imagine your legs are a pair of scissors. Lie down on your back, keep your hands down flat on the floor, and move your legs up and down like scissors.
And that is called actually scissors in Pilates as well.
The ninth pose is that imagine you're on a bicycle. Lie down on your back and pedal with your legs as if you're riding a bicycle.
And that is actually called bicycle.
The 10th pose is that imagine you're a bridge with a river flowing beneath you. Lie down on your back, bend your legs, lift up your back, and let the river flow underneath you.
And in Pilates, this is called shoulder bridge.
The 11th pose is that imagine you are a mermaid sitting on the sand. Sit down with your legs folded to the left. Lift your right arm and bend towards the left. Stay in that position for a few moments, and then change sides.
And this is also called mermaid in Pilates. It's a great side stretch.
The 12th pose is that imagine you are a seal clapping its flippers together. Sit down and take your feet in your hands. Clap your feet like a seal with its flippers.
And this is actually called seal as well. And this is also very similar to hedgehog or rolling like a ball. And again, you do not have to rock up and down if your tailbone is not happy. Okay, so I think we're ready to begin. All right, so we'll leave this book right here for Pepper to look at. Here, Pepper. And Coco, maybe you want a blanket to put underneath your back? Coco actually just did have a little accident the other day, so her tailbone doesn't feel the best. So it's always nice to pad your back a little bit.
Especially when you're rolling, like in seal or
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start lying on our backs. Pepper can join us if she wants. You can hug your knees into the chest and just massage your spine side to side. Feels good. And then we'll do the first one, I think it was called boat. Is that right? Oh, Pepper's so tired. Yes, boat. So, from this position, you're going to pretend you're going to be a boat. So you're going to stretch your legs nice and long in one direction, and then maybe nod the chin to the chest and curl the head up in the other direction. You're going to float the arms, and your arms are like oars, and you're going to pump your arms up and down. You make the body nice and strong here. So you pull the stomach into your back, support your back. And as you exhale, you reach your legs and arms strongly away from the center of your abdomen.
This is a workout.
Yep. So it works the whole body. It's used to warm up the body, get the circulation going inside. And you can inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 5. And that's essentially 1 round. And for true Pilates 100, you do 10 full rounds of breath. But for today's purpose, we'll just do 1 more round. Inhale through the nose and exhale all the air out. A nice strong boat. And then bend the knees and release your head down. Now we'll draw some circles. So we'll keep the feet heavy on the ground, anchor your tailbone, keep the hips, shoulders square, and just float the right leg up to the ceiling. Firm the shoulders back, and we'll imagine that our mound of our right big toe is a pencil. And we're going to draw that line all the way into our abdomen. So we find the connection toe to navel, to belly button. And we're going to circle the leg, cross the midline of our body, around to the side and up. And that's when we'll do that 4 more times, trying to keep our body as still as possible. We're pulling our belly button in and up into our back to keep some stability in our body, so our hips and our body doesn't go side to side with the leg. And we can reverse our circles, out to the side, cross midline and up. 4 more. Nice easy breath here. I like to inhale as I travel the foot away and exhale, bring it back center. I'll do 2 more. This is nice to massage your hip. And then pause there. Bend your knee, just give it a nice healthy squeeze. Feels good on the right side of your spine. And then plant the foot down. Make sure your hips are nice and square. And then side 2, you can stretch the left leg up. Point your left toes. Draw that line. Mound a big toe into belly button. Keep your belly button in, supporting your back. Stabilizing your back as you circle your left leg like a pencil. Drawing circles on the ceiling or wherever you are. Keep anchoring the rest of your spine down, including the head. Right foot can press down into the floor to give you stability on the right side of your body. Reverse your circles if you haven't. Again, you can inhale, reach your leg away. Exhale, pull your stomach in and up to float the leg back up. Last couple. Grow taller and longer with each repetition. Pause there, bend the left knee into your chest. You can give it a nice healthy squeeze. It should feel good on your left side body. And then we'll transition to hedgehog, or in Pilates terms, rolling like a ball. And again, if you have a hurt tailbone, just stay on your back. And you can just hug the knees into your chest and massage your spine. And just move your hips side to side. Rolling like a ball is just essentially to massage and articulate your spine. So if you're not feeling good in one portion of it, rolling may not be the best for you today. But if you're feeling okay, I'm feeling decent, I might try to roll up and down just a few times. I'm going to keep my heels to my bottom, point my toes. I'm going to keep my elbows wide, pull my stomach in, ribs down to lift my head, shoulders up. I'm going to try to keep this ball shape. And I'm going to just start rocking gently up and down. And then I get bigger and bigger. Maybe roll my hips up higher. Keep my chin tucked to my chest. And then maybe come up and balance. And I'll try twice more. So I try to keep my ball shape and try not to draw my heels down. Very good. And then pause that. Find your way back down on your mat if you haven't. And we transition, or actually come up, excuse me. And we'll transition to saw. So for saw, we open our legs, mat distance width. We're going to reach our arms out to the side. And I suggest sometimes it's easier to hold on to your shoulders with your hands so you don't twist with your arms. You twist more with your abdomen. So we'll rotate our spine to our right. And then saw, pinky finger to pinky toe, reach the opposing arm back, and nose to knee. Deepen your twist, come up, draw your hands right to your shoulders, untwist. And now we rotate to the left, and saw, pinky finger to pinky toe. Reach the opposing shoulder back. And then come up. Let's try twice more. Center, Pepper, come on. We rotate and saw, 2, 3, and come up. Pepper, we rotate and saw, 2, 3, and come up. Feels really good on the low back. One more time, rotate. Try to keep your hips square the whole time. Coming up, and we rotate and twist and saw, 2, 3. And then coming up, come center, just draw circles with your elbows a couple times. Keep lifting your posture nice and tall. Wide chest, reverse your circles. And very good. And then from saw, let's go ahead, transition onto our bellies for swan and neck roll. So I'm going to flip over onto my stomach here. Move Pepper's butterfly. I'm going to go ahead, press up onto my forearms, elbows underneath my armpits. I'm going to press down, lift my chest up, pull my stomach in, reach my legs back. So keep the whole body slightly working here. I'm going to turn my head to my left, keeping my chest open, keeping my forearms pressing, keeping my belly lifting, keeping my legs reaching. And I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and roll my head all the way over to my right shoulder. Look over it. And then come center. And then I'm going to go other way. I'm going to look over my right shoulder, nod my chin to my chest, roll my head to my left, lifting my stomach as I do, and center. We'll do one more set. Look to the left, and belly to back, roll your head over to your right. Come center, inhale. And then one more time, look over to your right, nod the chin to the chest, pull the stomach up and in as you look over to your left, and center. That's such a great neck stretch. Transitionary pose, child's pose. So come up to all fours, knees under hips, draw the heels together, and then press your hips back, or toes together, heels apart, and then release your head down. Draw your hands by your side and release your shoulders toward the mat. Just take a deep breath here, breathing into low back, mid back, upper back. Really swell it open. And then exhale, empty all your air. Squeeze it out. One more breath. Inhale, big and bright. Expanding your back. And then exhale all the air out. And then reach the arms forward. Pull yourself up. And let's transition now onto our backs. I believe for, let's see, what's next? Oh, I believe for a nice series here. We have frog, scissors, and bicycle. Frog, scissors, and bicycle. Okay, so ease your way down. Hug the knees back into your chest. Draw the shoulders back. Heels together, toes apart. Like visualize you're a frog in your feet. You're going to point your toes, squeeze your heels, knees slightly open, outer hip distance. And we'll stretch our legs out. And then bend the knees back in. Now you want to make sure as you stretch the legs away from you that your back doesn't come off the mat. So again, navel in and up. You want to pull your belly button down into your spine and up out the crown of your head in opposition to your legs reaching. So some of you may stay fairly high, but because if you lower, that puts more stress, more strain on your abdomen. You have to use your stomach deeper into your back to support it. So I like to stay a little higher. So from frog, we're going to transition now to scissors. We're going to stretch the leg straight up, lower the right leg down. I want to find that connection, mount a big toe to navel, like we did earlier. Keep the right leg off the floor if you can. And then we'll exhale, change legs. Pause, take a breath. Exhale, change legs. This is scissors. So you can visualize, continue. Your legs are like scissors, slicing through the air. scissoring the air, slicing the air. Keep the belly button pulling into your back. If this is too much on your low back and it's too hard to keep your back down, stay up higher. You don't have to lower your legs that low. Good, let's just do twice more. Challenge yourself if you want. Hover that leg toward the mat. Good, and then hold your split legs, go right to bicycle. Full range of motion, just like you're bicycling in the thick air that surrounds you. Good, you're gonna reverse your bicycle, stretch through the legs completely. Stretch, tone through the kneecap. Reach the neck long, abdomen to spine. One more set. Good, and then bend the knees into your chest. Massage your low back, rock side to side. Then roll to your side to come up. We're almost finished, we just have 2 more to do. Mermaid and seal. So we're gonna stay on our right hip and we're just gonna draw the left foot up on top of the right foot. Okay, we're gonna draw our left hand underneath our right thigh. Open our chest, lift our right arm, bicep to ear, lengthen our spine, maybe support our head, and then side bend to the left. Spin your elbow point up. Find that length from your right outer hip up to your right armpit, right elbow, and then lean your head, your throat, your heart back. Take one more breath, visualize you're on the beach, you're a nice mermaid here. Tone your abdomen to support your spine, and then gently release, let that go. Just bring your legs to the other side. You're now on your left hip, right foot in the middle of the left foot. You're gonna take your right hand underneath your left thigh. It's a nice wrist stretch, opening the right chest. You're gonna then, you okay, Coco? Reach the left arm up. Hi, Coco, Pepper. Lift up, support your head, side bend, and then maybe spin up, lift your elbow up. And you're gonna take one deep breath from your left outer hip to your left armpit, to your left elbow. Get as long as you can on that inhale. Tone your abdomen and allow your head, throat, chest to go back, basking in the sunlight on a beautiful sunny day at the beach. And then go ahead and release. And then we have one last posture we'll end you with today. And if you have, again, a bony tailbone, do what you did earlier for hedgehog, rolling like a ball. Just start on your back, hug the knees into your chest, and you can just massage your back just by hugging the knees into your back that way. Otherwise, for seal, traditionally you want to draw your hands together inside your legs from a seated posture and then wrap your hands around your outer ankle. Okay, and you squeeze your knees into your upper arms and you resist upper arms into knees. So here I'm going to clap, tap, and wrap. And Coco over here is a hedgehog, massaging her back to close it out.
Yes.
Otherwise, lift your heels up. Keep connecting upper arms into thighs and beat your heels together 3 times. You're going to chin to the chest, roll it back, lift your hips up, and then come back center and try to balance. Now it's optional to beat the legs when you're seated upright and also when you're on your back, if you can find some air time. I haven't done this one in a while. Try one more time. And then come back up. And that closes our practice today. I hope you had fun doing the Pilates postures with us today. And that's about it. Coco, do you have anything to add?
I very enjoyed the practice. You should definitely do it. It's very stretchable.
Stretchable. Okay. Well, until next time, we hope you have a lovely day and happy Thanksgiving.
Bye!
Happy Thanksgiving. Here we go, up the stairs to go get Pepper. And here we are. Yay, we're so happy today.